fool. Rolling 22.
Yo, Dina, you that?
Nigga might hop up in the pool. Nigga, what it do? Rolling 22. Big fat nigga might hop up in the pool. I'ma act a fool. Rolling 22. Big fat nigga might hop up in the pool. I'ma act a fool. Rolling 22. Big fat nigga might hop up in the pool. I'ma act a fool. Rolling 22. Big fat nigga might hop up in the pool. I'ma act a fool. Rolling 22. Big fat nigga might hop up in the pool.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sam Pluto Show. We have an exclusive Halloween Day. Actually, it's not Halloween Day. It is Tuesday. I'm joking. It's not Halloween. It's Tuesday right now. Welcome back, y'all. Super dope show lined up for you. Again, this is the Sam Pluto Show exclusively on VodPod Media. Make sure to like and subscribe to VodPod Media on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, fucking IG, all those things, all right? So, welcome back, y'all. We're doing something special today. We're going to get real deep. So, the theme of this conversation today, I'm dubbing it Socially Perplexed. You dig? What's up, my boy? What's up? We deeming this one Socially Perplexed out of nowhere. Fucking
Eventually.
You know what I'm saying? So this could be something, you know what I mean? So we're gonna be talking about some real deep things that span from some of the most polarizing topics that are out right now. And I'm gonna be talking about in a second a giveaway that I have running right now as well. Super dope giveaway. You're gonna make sure you tapped into that because I don't know, it's kind of a polarizing artist. So right now, if you go to my website, thesamplutoshow.com/giveaway, you will notice that there are tickets available to go see DaBaby live in concert November the 12th in Round Rock, Texas, right? So how you enter is super simple. You can go to, again, thesamplutoshow.com/giveaway. Click the link. Make sure you put your first name, last name, all that good stuff, and then complete the task, right? So when you share it to your friends on Facebook, share it to your friends on Twitter, you get additional entries, right? The more entries you get, the more chances you have to win admission to the show, right? So make sure to share it. Make sure to go back to the samplutoshow.com/giveaway every day. Share it. Tag your friends. Go to my IG, the Sam Pluto Show, and I will be announcing the winner on November the 11th, all right? Boom, giveaway, enter, DaBaby. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Let's go, that dude. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Fucking that guy, one of the most polarizing artists in all the land. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Targaryens. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Did I say the right house? Yeah, we Targaryens. Targaryens? Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm
Yeah,
still,
shouts out Targaryens. All right.
hey, spoiler alert, you dead, boy. I'm still tripping. Like,
Man,
cannot
my man
believe.
said, if you know, you know, right? So if you watch Game of Thrones, you know, right? Not giving nothing away. Maybe we'll have a conversation soon about that. All right, so to my right, we got my guy, my bro, other half of Sam Pluto, my guy Dino. What's up? Make some noise for Dino.
Yeah.
Woo! What up, my man? How you
All is
feeling?
good as well.
Yo?
I'm blessed, man. You know,
Good
I'm
as well?
Good as well. What is good? I'm on a mission for inner peace.
Hey, I like
know?
that. I like that.
Actually, for I don't know, maybe someone want to hear this, but I did reach out to the connect you gave me
Okay.
on the
You want-
therapist.
You want to talk to him about it? Or like just the therapist piece, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I haven't. They finished. They're still you know what I'm saying, getting everything situated. So hopefully I have my my first session next week or this upcoming week. But I just think it's dope, man. In the past, I was never one to be like pro therapy. I didn't have anything against it.
Yeah.
I just felt like I didn't need it. But the more I've grown, and learn more about myself, I just realized that sometimes, bro, I just want to talk to someone that won't be biased to the friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would have just kind of a linear explanation, someone to ask the questions that hasn't been asked before. So I'm actually really looking forward to this because I can see the benefit it can have on myself and the future. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah,
for those
yeah.
who ever want to, you know what I'm saying, just
Tap
thinking
in.
about it, just find your therapist and sign up and try it out.
What we're
Let's
talking
take this
about
journey
is
together.
therapy. Yeah, what we're talking about right now, real quick before we get into the show, is mental health, man.
Mental health.
I recommend this a group that offers these types of services to my guy Dino, that I actually went through a couple years back, and it helped me out because it was one point in time I was like in a dark space. You know what I'm saying? Not like dark, but it was just like a hole, like a rain cloud over me. I couldn't get off, so I went to that. Helped me out of it, man, straight up. So, unfortunately, there is a stigma associated with seeking help or some type of therapist for whatever you may be going through. But I'm telling you right now, for me, it was like probably top 5 best decisions I ever made. You know what I'm saying? So, all is well. People out there on these different journeys, please seek that, man, because it could be very, very, very beneficial to thy health. All right.
Bless up.
Boom. So today, we're gonna be doing something the same but different. We're gonna be getting like super deep. Usually, Sampler shows obviously a lighthearted, fun, all over the place variety show where we do a array of different things, right? So again, make sure you like and subscribe to Vibe Pod Media on YouTube and Facebook. We're trying to really crank those numbers up. But today, we are going to be getting deep. So to break the ice and kind of let the audience know a little bit more about us, again, we're going to sidebar into my segment I call Bezosville before we get to the socially perplexed piece. So again, Bezosville is kind of where I just kind of buy stuff off of Amazon, whether it be a fun game or a serious kind of thought-provoking game. And today, since the theme is socially perplexed, we are going to be talking about a game called So. The game is simply So. And the subtitle is a collection of questions for deeper discussion, right? So we're going to do like 2 or 3 of these before we get into our main topics today, just to kind of get the conversation kind of going. The juice is flowing, thought-provoking, fucking astral plane, zoned out. Feel me? So I've shuffled the deck, and we're going to both answer these questions. I'm just going to pull it from the top. All right, so first question is this. How would you spend your time if you turned invisible for a week? So the first question, how would you spend your time if you turned invisible for a week? So me, just off rip, I'm probably gonna be infiltrating some of the darkest holes of the country, like the darkest groups, like fucking barnyard, middle of the fucking farm cornhole groups, to see what the fuck they got going on. What are they plotting? What is the plan? I'm going into like Fox News, to an office, you know what I'm saying, to see what the programming is like and how the fuck these, you know what I'm saying? I'm going into CNN, I'm going into MSNBC, I'm going into like the biggest fucking media corporation meetings, fly on the wall, and I'm going into the darkest of the dark right fringe groups, fucking Abraham Lincoln isn't dead motherfuckers that believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck did y'all eat to feel like JFK's not dead or Abraham Lincoln is coming back? What did y'all eat? You know what I'm saying? Like lead sandwich, like a lead peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just put a slab, not mayonnaise. Let me put some paint on my sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck?
Slab of paint.
So that's what I'm gonna do if I spend my whole week would be just going to these different groups and organizations, and then going to the dark fringe groups of America, just to fucking like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
See
Why?
what's up.
You know? So
See what's up.
that's me. What about you?
It's similar but different type of people. I'll be trying to tap in with like the financial investors or like the entrepreneurs.
Okay.
You know, like
That's
you know,
good.
those who make the Spotifys and the Ubers, just to kind of be around and just see how something like that kind of gets manipulated into something that's heavily driven by consumer. You know, I don't know. Since I've been 30, you know, I'm 32 now.
Big 30.
Big 30. I've been I don't know, I've just been consumed by this spiritual, just entrepreneurial spirit, and I don't know, just want to know how the inner workings of the financial institute works, you know, like that actually drives me more.
Yours make more sense than mine. Cause it's like you can like you want to actually learn to create some like legitimate wealth. Like, hey, pull these fucking tips and tricks from these motherfuckers
Man,
and
what
loopholes they got
I'm
going
telling
on.
you, I would be there.
I fucked
and
up.
I think
Yeah.
a week of that will be. It'd just be tremendous, man. Like, look what happened with the whole Elon and Twitter thing. Like, so much could happen in a week. So that take. He said.
My audio,
He said, "This Mr. Austin, I see I
Mr.
wrote you a
West,
check
Mr. West.
here for
Be right back, guys. If you can hear me, be right back. We're checking the audio.
$2 million. Why did I do that? Appreciate you though.
He said, like, what kind of? I found the money. I don't know. That shit is landed in my account.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's unland that. So,
we'll be right back.
man,
Hold
I'll
on.
be. Cause it's so much shit, man. We don't know.
I'm hearing audio.
Current audio.
Hold on, guys. If you can hear me, we're just checking on the audio real quickly. I tell you what, yo, whoever's tuning in, make sure to go to the SamPlutoShow.com/giveaway.
San Pluto Show.
You good?
.com.
Okay. All right, guys, we back. We just wanted to make sure the audio sounded good. But check it out. So that's what we would do if you had that conversation if we were invisible for a week. So next question, and then we'll get into the main topics for the night. Thank you all for tuning in. This is the Sam Pluto Show. Your host, Amzilla, me and my guy, Dino, to my right. Just kicking it. Deep, thought-provoking conversation today. You know what I'm saying? And not we're not going to be doing what is a man? What is a woman? We're not doing that shit today. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go.
Lord have mercy.
Who and what should you never be trapped with inside an elevator? Who and what should you never be trapped with inside an elevator? Oh, man. Who and what should you never be trapped with inside an elevator?
Hey, Ted said Kanye in the MAGA hat.
Yo, maybe somebody that is fucking gassy. I don't know. Hey, matter of fact, real quick, guys, I was stuck in the elevator for like 3 hours one time before. It wasn't that long, but 3 hours. But it was like a service elevator, so they put trash cans and shit. So I was stuck in the elevator with a trash can, and it smelled foul. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was rough. Anyway, so I'm gonna say like maybe like a Jan 6 insurrectionist. I don't fucking know. Like, I wouldn't want to be in a fucking elevator with a traitor. Let me stop.
I don't know, man.
That's kind of a tough one because
Yeah.
I don't really have issues with or maybe somebody that's like, ooh, can I touch your hair?
Oh my god.
Yo, like I wouldn't want to. Or say if I was in the elevator like with my kid and I was like, oh, she's so pretty, can I touch her hair? I'm like, motherfucker, this is not a petting zoo.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you, sick? Like, I don't know, because the reason why I'm going kind of hard on that piece is because that's happened to me, obviously.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my fucking beautiful children. You know what I'm saying?
Like that.
And it's just like, dude, like I might slap you right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you touch us, like, you know,
very weird.
I do have that right, actually. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't understand what is the.
So that's me.
Like what affirmation they get from the touch? Like you can admire visually, you know, like wow, your kids have such beautiful hair. Okay, thank you.
that's it.
But like when you touch it, do you feel the
Like,
beauty
what
in it?
is
Like I don't
it?
understand.
What is up with people, man? Like what? Like, because the first thing, the way
It's
my
so
mind is
crazy.
set now is I'm like, I go straight to human zoos. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing in my head I go to now
Yeah.
is like human zoos. Like, what makes you think, like, what is it?
I don't know.
You
I
know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
the admiration, but the personal space is a bit much.
So that's who I wouldn't want to be in the elevator with. Yeah, that person right there. How about that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Honestly, this is probably I don't know. Honestly,
That's a tough one.
yeah, I don't really have like any crazy ill will, or I can't think of anybody who's like, oh, I don't know, I want to be in that elevator with that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's draw one. In your biography, which chapters would you ask your parents to skip? In your biography, which chapters would you ask your parents to skip? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm a good dude, man. Like, have I made like I haven't made any catastrophic mistakes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you know, like world flipping upside down. You know, I haven't stabbed nobody. You know what I'm saying, or puncture somebody's lung, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But I couldn't say I would want them to skip any part of my life. There's not like a super no. I mean, it's not like a super dark period where I was ashamed of, like, none of that
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
So I mean, me personally, if there was a biography on my life, I would want like all of it there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a biography. And point is, like, when I'm watching a autobiography movie or something like that. Excuse me. I mean, for example, I mean, I know what it is, but like, so when I watched, like, the NWA film, I knew like we were gonna get a lot of different things. It's a lot of people involved, so it's kind of like they're putting as much as they can into
2
a
hours.
film.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But
Excuse me.
I was wondering if they were gonna add that true dark side, allegedly what we heard with like Dre. You know what I'm saying? Like the domestic issues, issues that he had with his spouses and girlfriends. I didn't know if they were going to dig deep, because I know he was, really big. He played a big part of the movie as far as producing it. You know what I'm saying? And a soundtrack, which is fire.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, I would want all of it to be there, like the good, the bad, and the ugly, no matter who it is. I mean, that's what we're going to see. You know what I'm saying? Or like, say, like the Elvis film, which I haven't seen yet.
Same.
Like, where they're going to give credit to the people that he kind of drew a ton of inspiration and, quite frankly, the songs from, like the original rock and roll Rosetta Thorpe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember seeing her in that Guitar, a black woman, she would be going so hard, and you would see all these artists after her, white artists after her, draw so much inspiration behind her sound that they're credited to, another demographic for the creation of rock and roll, which I don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I always want to see the good, bad, and ugly, and the truth, as much as they can. But again, we're having to like, Elvis Presley's estate approved this film, but again, we want to see all of it regardless. So,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts? Who, in your biography, which chapters would you ask your parents to skip, if any? It doesn't say.
Yeah, actually none.
Same. Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty vocal in my life. Even though some of the craziest stuff that I wouldn't even speak on air, my parents know about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I thought I could get away with. So, I mean, they pretty much know it. To insinuate that they should skip is to insinuate they don't know everything about me. But I have been lucky. You know what I'm saying? To have such a close bond and relationship with my parents. So
That's good.
yeah. So there wouldn't be any I would want to skip, because they'll probably know everything anyway.
Let me just say this too. Religion and like spirituality aside, I really feel like, I don't know, in my head, there's something in my brain that's saying, because I'm this way, I'm gonna be rewarded. It's something. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't go to church on Sundays. I kind of lean towards being agnostic, and you know what I mean. Something is in my brain is like, dude.
I think that's like,
I only focus on the morality in that in a linear manner. Like,
Sure.
if I'm a moral human being, however, even if my death is quick, which I would hope I will want it to be, not like like I want it to be pop. That's to me that could be a reward in a sense.
yeah.
Like it's not agonizing. I fucking I fell off a fucking cliff and he didn't feel shit though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that could be my reward. Who knows? But I feel like however that thing happens is just because I'm this way. You know what I'm saying? I focus on morality. That supersedes everything for me. You know what I'm saying?
I think from a natural human instinct, since as far as I think we can remember, we've always had some type of reward for action, even like gathering hunters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or even something as sinister as war. There is a reward for that. So I think it's it's instilled with us really. So I think what you're saying, like to have good habits, good traits, you'll be rewarded with maybe receiving other or a quick death. Which it's just habits. You know what I'm saying? Like
no.
hey, it's a reward. But I also wanted to go back to the statement you're talking about with Elvis, man. Because
Okay.
I finished the foundation and like
Dope show.
something like they said like stuck with me like
So many things in there.
man, so many. And one of them was like history is written by the victor.
Not facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand. You know what I'm saying? You're advocating for what we would want to know, but like he got all the accolades.
Yeah.
Not her. You know what I'm saying?
I never forget when Bill Barr said that shit. I mean, it's been a lot of people over in history that said that, but fuck, some people say it. I'm just like, it just fucking irks me. I'm sorry, continue.
No. I mean, that was pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen over history, like the victor pretty much writes it.
No, yeah, which is facts.
Or the portion that we know until we start to unravel and uncover the other stories, like we have been, as of recently, especially for our people. You know what I'm saying?
Doug, you bring it. People need to understand how important like that statement is, and the people who've said it over the years. You know what I'm saying? Your statement is the victor. What? Say it again.
History is written by the victor.
And it's like, dude. Sometimes in my head when I'm thinking and just thinking about shit, it's like how much money over time did the U.S. government? And this is not necessarily a conspiracy theory, right? Because I don't tend to dive into that shit, right?
It says all conspiracies.
Right. I don't go to the. If you look at my history on YouTube, there's no dark side on. Like that's how you know.
Hey.
Check people's YouTube search history. And you will see what the fuck they on.
Dropping bombs right now, boy.
But
Hey.
look, so my shit don't exist, right? So, but when you think about it, though, it's like sometimes in my head, I'm like, how much money? And I can back it up with facts, right? But how much money over the course of history did the U.S. government spend on just keeping things under wraps? And let's just take Tuskegee. You know what I'm saying? Not going too deep in it, but they did wind up paying the family. So what does that say? That there was some type of delinquency or malpracticing going on. Why the fuck did they pay him? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just using that as an example. But like over time, there's been so many payouts and things of this nature. But like, what has been successfully kept under the wraps? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I really think about that. Like, just because. It says waiting for live video. Okay.
Look at
I
that.
think the signal stopped. Okay, we back. Sorry.
Y'all thought hey, what you say? I thought we feeling you.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh my God.
We back, guys. I'm sorry.
Thought I was feeling you?
Yep. Are we hooked up through Wi-Fi or
God.
we Ethernet right now? Got it. He's like, I don't want to answer that question actually.
Hey,
Go ahead.
bro, what you think about Spice, dog? Like, what's her name?
We sidebarring right now? Okay, we sidebarring.
Yeah,
to,
super. Like,
the-
because I meant to ask you this a while ago. What's it?
I
What is
don't
it?
know.
Something Spice? It's something
Ice Spice?
Ice Spice.
All I know is this. I don't know a lot about her. All I know is she has a big record out.
Short
She
Munch.
got the we sidebarring right now, folks. She got the big co-sign from Cardi and others.
Drizzy.
Yeah, Drizzy flew out, whatever that meant, flew out. You know what I'm saying? But like, hey man, I have no problem with the young kids doing the shit, getting sturdy with the drill. I love that shit. Like me, I look at it as pure lanes. It's just lanes. She's not anything spectacular as far as lyricism, and we know this, so I'm not even gonna go that round. But
Definitely
as far as
lyricism.
I want to hear what an EP sounds like, and then I'll make a decision from there. Because I haven't heard an EP from her or a body of work from her to see if she can actually put records together. You know what I'm saying? Whether they, of course, written for her or not. I would like to hear like a body of work, and I don't know, like that's the wave. That's
It's
like
definitely the
we
wave.
are getting like not saying you thinking this, but like, hey man, I'm getting older. I'm letting the kids do what the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying?
I think,
Straight up.
I actually heard the song due to like the negativity behind the song.
Okay.
That's how I found out about the song, and I had to really sit down and think about it because she's not saying anything male rappers haven't been saying forever.
Exactly. No female rapper.
You know what I'm saying? But she
I
gets.
hate to
she
call them
gets-
female rappers the other way. I don't like saying that.
it's sometimes we have to utilize that to differentiate the argument or make the argument.
True.
But it's like, bro, they've been saying this for years, and now that like she's saying something and it's kind of picking up steam. Like other women are like, yeah, you're right. I wasn't feeling you. Just like Obo was like, you're right. I just flew you out, and you go home now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, the thing about me is like
Long live King Hendrix, though.
everybody get your money. Like,
Yeah.
get your money.
I like the record. I like it.
Like, listen to me, camera, get your money. It's like I'm at the point to where it's like you really gotta like fuck what everybody else is saying right now.
Yeah.
Like we got like shit is crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? Get whatever coin you can. That's it. So if it's that lane, if that's the lane she's on, getting her coin that way, fuck it, get your coin.
Yeah, nothing
Hopefully
against
she
it.
has her
Nothing
OnlyFans too. Get all the money that you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this. So let's do one more, and then we'll get to the main topics. These are fucking good, actually. Let's do one more. Okay, hold on. These are just the instructions. Oh shit, a lot of instructions. Okay, blank ones. Hold on. Okay. In what ways are you privileged? In what ways are you privileged? I mean, I'm gonna just say, male privilege. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say black privilege, obviously, but I would say, male privilege to a certain degree. To a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, obviously not like a wealthy guy or nothing like that, so I don't have that type of privilege. But to be around these certain actors and players and things of that nature. But I mean, maybe male privilege, maybe not. I don't fucking know. But I just know, in the workspace in general, right? Mm-hmm. I'm more in a more creative lane. You know what I'm saying now? So everybody can kind of get in. To a certain degree, there still are some challenges, obviously, but in a workspace lane, I mean, it is significantly tough, realistically for women. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel in certain obviously, I never made it to like a C-suite position in an organization before, but like high level management I have, but not that to that degree, and then it could be challenging, you know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
even in meetings and shit like that, you're like, man, this shit, she can eaten alive in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? In comparison to maybe I fucked up more, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
It's sometimes it can be rough. So I would own up. I'll take the onus on that, but I mean, it still was a ton of hard work put in. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully on all sides and my side as well. So maybe that.
Man, I can list like a number of ways, honestly. But if I had to, I would have to pick two for sure. You know what I'm saying? One is gonna be the parental upbringing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I would have had this drive without someone like my mother or my father. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
all they did was strive to create a better future. Like they were the epitome of, to me, like a parent, like I don't care what I've been through, what I'm doing now, but like my kids finna have it better regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like
So you said a 2-parent household privilege. Is that what you?
two parent, even when it was just me and my mom. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
I see what you said.
Yeah, and it's really a testament to my mom. Like my mom made sure she did everything to make sure that it was never when I see her strive, it was never like, oh, my kids will never be like this. It was more like they're gonna set up to do better than me. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I have so much conviction when I do stuff. When I used to like redo the website, I used to take like weeks, just you know what I'm saying. And it's because of like those things. I wanted it to be so perfect, but to remove the personal level, the internet. Jeez, man, like we talking about from LimeWire.
You cooking right now? You
The
cooking?
internet, like I don't think people understand or like understanding how to navigate the internet without the dark web. Like, sheesh, before Udemy's, you understand me? Like, man, like
They said like, I mean, not they, but like the internet is like a huge liberation tool.
oh my God.
Like straight up.
The internet.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you go.
I would not have been here
So
without
we have
the
internet privilege. Internet
Straight
privilege.
up, because look, I remember I can go back to the exact time where I think like the course of my life started. It was probably like 6th grade where someone gave me a pirated FL Studio 4, not 12, not 20.
When it turns on.
4, you feel me?
Yeah.
I remember one time when I went back to Jamaica, like I brought the computer, brought the tower with me, dog.
He's I'm about to
I
cook
don't,
here.
I don't even know how I did that, but I brought the tower with me to like actually getting like, you know, the pro license, lifetime license, you know what I'm saying? But also the internet was like a place of sharing. Like we were actually getting Kanye West's samples, you know? We were actually getting tutorials like way before your Udemy's, like if you knew how to navigate the internet. And that's just my part of it. We're not even talking about like the political realm or like the scientific realm or the medical field. Like that was just creative. So
Let me tell you why you cooking right now, because it's something that we kind of knew when the whole net neutrality thing was kind of cooking
Oh my
up,
God, yup.
which is kind of a complex thing. But
Yup.
I tell you what, we knew was going to happen was digital redlining was something that people are talking
absolutely.
about. Where, say for example, we're right now on the east side of San Antonio, right, kind of the outskirts of downtown. So this neighborhood wasn't like when I grew up around this area. It wasn't the way it was. So, like, say House A is here in this neighborhood where they're kind of gentrifying it up, and then House B is kind of deeper. Even though they're in the same zip code, what happened is with this net neutrality thing and the way these companies can do this, they can they can throttle Houses B internet, right? And increase their price for the same megabits per second both households A and B have, but house B, because it's more in a lower income section of the same area code, which is it can be right down the street. They'll redline. So internet. So that is so dope that you brought that up, because that is privilege, and it's fucked up because on a whole wide realm of scale of things, right? When it comes now, not only do we have to worry about actual redlining in the housing market, but now we have digital redlining, where same house A and B in the same neighborhood, house B is in part of the neighborhood that's lower socioeconomic status than house A. House A gets a discount, same megabits per second. So that's this type of shit we got to deal with. It's fucked up, man, because they can do these fucking corporations do whatever the fuck they want. Whole nother conversation, but that's dope that you brought that up. You know what I'm saying?
Even let's just call. I don't want to upset anyone, so let's just call it the illusion of freedom of speech on the internet. I mean, right now, again, like the internet
Terms of
was
service.
being dismantled in a place like You know what I'm saying? For anywhere that's speaking up against their government. You know what I mean? Places are being internet being dismantled where we may get banned from like a Twitter or something, you know, or YouTube, but you're gonna start your Rumble account. You know what I mean? So
He said, "Let me go start a Parler account,
you know what I mean?
True
Yeah.
Social account."
But the internet, yeah, man, that's just privilege.
That's dope.
Love it. You know?
All right. So, folks, we that was the introduction. You know what I'm saying? We just talking it up about, again, this game was called So, a collection of questions for deeper discussions. This shit is fire. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
that's
you.
dope.
Like, if you got like me and Dino hold some dope ass conversations like all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And it's the type of shit we on. So let's moving on to our next segment called "I'm Deeming Socially Perplexed." You know what I'm saying? Socially perplexed. We about to get into some dysfunctional social media trends that's fucking driving people nuts right now, right? First topic of the day is Ye. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Ye. Ye has been in the news for a while, but it's been heightened within the last couple weeks. Kind of kicking off with that let's say Drink Champs interview, right? That was kind of a pivotal
3,
piece. A 3-hour interview that they had taken down. People apologized about it. All XYZ. People re-uploaded it. You know, whatever. And it's a lot of things going on about a conversation, right? It's a very powerful conversation because there's things at play. You know what I mean? That, you know, it's almost like you have to. It's kind of unfortunate, but you know, you have. It's like you have to walk on eggshells in this type of conversation, right? Now, I'm definitely not well versed on anti-Semitism or anything like that. I just know that it's very, very, very powerful. And see, even when I say very, very, very powerful, it could be taken away. Like, oh, he's very powerful Jewish people you're talking about, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying there's things and so there's groups, right? The anti-defamation, you know, there's things that play for a certain verbiage, right? And you know, the internet's been going wild, like, you know, oh, Kanye's doing this because he's a genius because, you know, he's gotten dropped from all legal contractual deals that he has. So now he's 100%, you know, on his own. All I know is, like, say if that was true, like, at what cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, like the people that were probably hurt by his speech and verbiage. But my thing is, like, I'm like, people, you know, they feel a way about this when I say this, but I'm like, hey, say if Kanye was a legitimate billionaire. Like, I'm pro abolishing billionaires. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. I know. But like, think about people don't. That's because people don't understand how much a billion is. Like, they just, the number that is, oh, a B, or it's a B, or they got a couple M's and now they got a B. No, a fucking $1 billion. And you got people like,
You're on a roll too.
It's and it's with assets too, you know. So it's not
Right,
like he
with-
has like $1 billion
right.
in the bank. You know, it's a combination of assets and signage. Like when LeBron signed his deal, for example, he didn't just instantly have $1 billion. It was like a value. Not saying what you're saying, but I want people to understand, like the things he were gonna garner through that agreement were valued
Assets.
at $1 billion value. You know.
So and where I was going with it is like I'm not out here listening to billionaires. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know people wake up and listen to, like, you know, I'm connecting this all together, right, folks? Like, I know people will listen to like fucking Gary V's, all these other people and shit out here. Like,
Grant Cardone.
I don't wake up listening to these people. Like, I don't wake up listening to a Kanye speech or like a Oprah talk or some shit. You know, I just, because it's another, like, that. This another plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, So what I'm saying is like, what Kanye is saying is not necessarily revolutionary to any degree. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you, there was like legitimate black nationalists that roam the earth. You know what I'm saying? Prior to Kanye, that probably doesn't even associate itself with black nationalism. You know what I'm saying? Like W.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey. You know what I'm saying? Like these people were actually, they was. All you got to do is look at their teachings. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you think, and I'm gonna turn it over to you. But when you think about like capitalism, right? And this ties into all the things that Kanye has established and gained, right? Capitalism. Like to me, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see that as a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like ethical. Like hey, if it's vegan, people are still slaving to produce these things, shipping and all these different things. Like if it's vegetarian, people are still getting paid cents on the dollar to pull it off the earth, you know what I'm saying, and ship it to, like, there's just like, oh, I got a shirt that was made with recycle. Like, it's just all these different, it doesn't matter. Like, to me, there's just no ethical consumption under this system, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna like go to Kanye for anything because he's a big player in this system. You know what I'm saying? If it's said to be true, like, I would go to maybe like a recording from Marcus Garvey or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like to be more like charged up about anything that he's saying. But what he's saying is it's a when I was saying eggshells earlier, it's something, there's things out there, right? Because there was this clip that was circling on, it's been so many clips, but it was like when Charlemagne had, what's the white dude's name? That was with Def Jam, and now he's with YouTube Music. No,
it's not Ruben. Is it Leo?
Yep, Lior. Yep.
Lior, I forgot his last name.
So
yeah.
he was like, well, this was one of the most dangerous things, blah blah blah. And then Charlemagne was calling him a culture vulture, and then he was like, why do these record labels sign, these artists that are promoting this? And he said, well, any capitalist would say, I got my family to feed, right? You know what I'm saying? Which is not, I'm not saying that he said that because he's a capitalist, but there's no connection. And it sounds like I'm ranting, but like, look, the reason, what I'm trying to make a connection is when a statement is made about something, right, that is hard to ingest, Anti-Defamation League, in your face, on the media networks. God damn it, you gotta stop the shit. We're taking all, we're sending cease and desist. Everything is coming down. But when it's like, fuck, man, I don't. When it's like, hey, man, fuck these bitches, kill this nigga. Like that's the eggshell piece of it all, right? That's the eggshell piece of it all. And I'm stepping on eggshells because I want to make it clear that I'm not with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Any of that type of talk. But I'm just saying there is something that does exist. And what I'm also saying is I'm not going to Kanye for any knowledge at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting yay be yay, but
I never quite understood from a label's perspective, only because the labels by finding a product and kind of allowing the public to consume that product compared to how much revenue they're generating compared to the product itself, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation or talking about a yay if they didn't put these artists in that position, right? I'm not saying that it's correct for them to take 80% of these type of revenues, whether they put up X amount of dollars, you know what I'm saying, to fund the project. The fact of the matter is, no matter if we go past that, they still take an enormous amount, even though the artist makes an enormous amount of money compared to the product and the intellectual property and everything tied behind that. Like they take a lot. You feel me? I think that's the stigma. So I don't really, that's me though. I don't understand like the culture vulture part, because then we break back down to like the eggshells type, like like the. Let me just say this: the labels gonna eat off of everybody,
Yeah.
right? I think the problem is we are mixed. When I say we, I mean we in general, not you and I or black people. Just we in general, music consumers. We are mixing opinions. We want to hear things that are, let's just say, aggressive in nature, right? And then when something bad happens, we want to RIP. But like I just said before, the labels make money off of everyone. But I think the problem is we are kind of, there's a demise. You know what I'm saying? We're promoting all this type of crazy stuff, for example, like killing our own, substance abuse, dehumanizing just people in general. You know what I'm saying? Where the other, like, we could just have a bunch of Taylor Swifts and like they're gonna eat just as much. But the problem is not being like there's no problem there because they just making like, let's just say, conversational music, where we're making music where we might take for granted, and we're abiding by it. Like we're treating it as a religion. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm finna spin the block twice on your ass. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's a problem with that. But Ye, and that's a tangent. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want off a thing, but I think the whole Ye thing. I think the biggest thing for me that I got from Ye, out of all the conversation, is he wanted to. And this came from the Drink Champs mainly, but it was mostly like he had to be a part of that culture to learn, you know what I'm saying, the insides of how that move in that level. And now that he know, he just went out. That's the main thing I got. Everything else is just he's just expressing emotion.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I think people are upset that like if Kanye is saying something that's truthful, I don't want it to be Kanye saying it. You feel me? Like I don't see a lot of people like disagreeing with the things he's saying. They're just Kanye crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in the back of their mind, like, I mean, he not like lying, but like, Kanye, you wildin'. Like the way you saying it though, which makes me say, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? And then these are from his perspectives. Like it's not he's not. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think he's speaking and generalizing. I mean, yes, he's talking about the Jewish media and black people, but I think he's speaking on behalf of his interaction with them and how he sees them treating the culture per se. You feel me?
No, yeah.
And
It's deep. It's so
super
deep.
crazy.
It's so deep, man, and we could spend like this unbelievable amount of time on this topic and how deep in the inner roots of it all goes, man. It's just
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So, I mean, one thing I would say is like that kind of sucks is, which we knew was going to happen. Honestly, is like how some of these far right groups, these very dangerous groups, have been using Kanye and his maybe manic live manic episodes he may be expressing here to their propaganda. From people on the side of the highway,
It's gold for them.
doing, Nazi salutes, talking about Kanye is right. And then at one of the games recently, they had like a little Jumbotron type laser light thing that was saying Kanye is right about the Jews. So it's just that now they're using the speech of Kanye as these elements and tools to, push their deeply rooted hate for groups of people. And it's just so fucked up, man. It's just so fucked up, man. So, it's very, very interesting conversation, and apparently, he halfway apologized, and it's just a lot. But I'm going back to the fact of the matter is, like, let's say fucking Kanye has right now $600 million in his bank account or $500 million in his bank account. Like, it's hard for me, and I'm so sorry to say this, guys, but like, it's hard for me to feel bad for somebody or express any empathy for somebody with that much money in their bank account, man.
What would the empathy be towards though?
Because I know, like, the empathy is not reciprocated. If we feel bad for Kanye, Kanye doesn't feel bad for us.
Why would we even feel bad for Kanye?
I'm just saying. You saw what I said. I said if.
I don't know why we even have empathy for Kanye.
Because people are expressing that they want Kanye to get help or Ye to get help, right? That's us. Even uttering that is a sign of some type of olive branch, empathetic vibe, sending him that way. Even them saying like, "Hey, I really want him to get help." You know what I'm saying?
We've been going through this for 10 years, Kanye, at least.
Yeah. I mean, you're not saying anything wrong. Producer
I think I think people look, if there's an intervention to be made, then that's always warranted. I personally don't feel like the public can garner such a this is not to you, but to those who's like he needs help. You can't garner your opinion from what this person displays on a social media platform, just content. You have no idea what he does in his life for the other, 20 hours of the day. We don't know the inner workings between his relationship with his family. And I think that's that's kind of the other conversation we're having with like just ingesting content. We're so quick to like dispel our opinion on someone and their problems. And I'm starting to think that's a gateway to run away from their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know that saying when people are like, oh, like, you're a reflection of me. You ever hear that saying? Like, oh, if I'm acting out, it's because I'm reflecting you from the past or something. Like, I'm actually reflecting you.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not saying they're not saying they're doing it. It's a reflection of you in a sense. And I just feel like some people, the more they talk about it, quote unquote, meat meal, get Twitter fingers. It's kind of like an escape.
No, you bring up a very valid point because you know how like when you, well, me, I'm a studier of all spectrums, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it be progressive media, liberal media, conservative media. Mm-hmm. I like to just look at it and study, right?
Excuse me.
So a lot of times on conservative media, like if Trump would do something stupid or like say something wild, they'd be like, his pundits would be like, well, I can't get in his head, Mm-hmm. I can't. That was their first straight up. Trump said something about the blacks. Well, I can't get in Trump's head, but So my thing is like, I'm not about to sit here and try to get in Kanye's head.
Exactly.
I'm not about to spend that much on a dude that potentially has $500 million plus in his bank account. Not saying he's not a human being, but he has access to all types of fucking help that we don't.
Those are different problems.
Those are different types of problems. Like he can check into the best facility in the goddamn universe. You know what I'm saying?
Assuming he needs help.
Right? Assuming that whatever, he can go to he like us, we rubbing coins together. You feel me? Like, so it's different. I'm not about to sit here, even though we're talking about it right now, I'm about to sit here and try to get in this guy's head with this type of fucking capital, dude, when he has access to every fucking thing he needs, potentially, arguably.
I think it's polarizing, man.
You know what I'm saying?
But also, do you have to, like, to remove the entertainment aspect of it, like
right.
It will be impossible. It is also entertaining,
cringe, entertainment, yeah, cringe.
because it's like, and again, it's kind of like living, not necessarily vicariously, but you feel like you're a part of this person's life, whether you want to be pro or anti against whatever their argument is. Personally, I feel like you bring us some good points, nothing that, others wouldn't have brought up. Maybe they're brought up in different ways, maybe it's the same maybe the argument is just as similar as like, oh, the Illuminati runs the music industry or whatever, with this sense of just using different verbiage. But if the conversation is just bringing awareness, I think that's fine, because the people that I think that are getting upset, it's not like you can't really do anything about it. I don't think he's asking people to do anything. I think he's just bringing an awareness of opinion. He's the one trying to make whatever change he's trying to make for whatever reason. I don't think he's trying to rally the troops, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
It's unfortunate though, because like, yes, he is bringing up a age-long type of conversation piece, whatever you want to.
Sure.
Some would maybe consider it a trope, or some type of, just whatever. But again, it's just kind of wild, and I just,
It's yay.
it because it's dangerous too, because we're dealing with a lot of, like, I mean,
Almost,
fact that a
almost every
motherfucker can-
conversation is dangerous these days, though, man. Like even like when I saw like when Trump was like, we need to end the war. Had I been in office, the war wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? That's a dangerous conversation. Even the conversation about the oil field blowing up, the U.S. had nothing to do with it. Maybe they did. Then the day after, like there was a U.S. Kind of generated oil field that they had in the plans for a while. Now they're doing things like OPEC Plus. Now the U.S. want to write in law to ban a certain limit of how high OPEC can actually raise prices. Like all these conversations are dangerous in some sense. I'm not saying like you're wrong, but it's just like,
no, I feel you.
you feel me? Like it's just we got to pick the conversations and the change we want. Like personally, to me, I think one of the biggest, I don't want to say the biggest threats, but one of the biggest concerns to me right now is
To what though? Like to the
just concern in
not to
general.
democracy, but just a concern.
Just right now,
Okay.
concern is like the winter is coming type. You know what I'm saying? Like in Europe, man, I love Europe. I remember for a while I was like, I'm going to move back to Europe. I didn't know where in Europe, and I'm sitting here like, damn, I wonder if I'd be in Europe right now, would I be thinking like, am I gonna have heat this winter? You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's a huge concern. The huge concern is like we tapped into our oil reserves. You know what I'm saying? Like for reasons to bring down low gas prices for political reasons. And that may be a disadvantage to us compared to like people like OPEC who want the U.S. to be like the biggest customer to their type of oil. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's more concerning because almost everything run off oil, and then damn dear, let's not even talk about like diesel. You know what I'm saying? Like remember the whole trucking thing?
Yeah.
Like I know I'm off. Like I'm everywhere.
Let's do this. Let's go to the next topic, and I think I'm gonna pull this one out of the air since you were.
Shout out to you though.
I think I'm gonna pull this one out of the air since we're on this wave. This is our last topic for the night. Let's talk about voting real quick. I'm pulling it out of the air because right now in Texas, we're in the midst of early voting, gearing up for the November 8th election day. I think you can early vote at polling sites here in San Antonio up until November the 4th. So, I voted today. You know what I'm saying? I went to go exercise my American right.
American ride, boy.
To vote. And I voted today, and I feel like,
Excuse me.
man, we've been like mentally, man, we've been played the most fucking nefarious number has been played on our minds in such a way, man. This is years of fucking with our minds. You know what I'm saying? Eons of just fucking with us mentally. Because when I talk about voting, people are like, man, fuck out of here with that shit. Well, usually every year I take somebody that's never voted or a young voter with me to vote every time, right? And my thing is, it's just like, in this, I hate to use this word, but in this wide scale war, this is just a battle. You know what I'm saying? Because, and to me, like, we're on the verge. We talk about this off air all the time, but we're on the verge of the real winter coming, goddammit, for like the next 10 years numerically because of the way that the length of time people serve in these different positions are. You know what I'm saying? So we got
The judicial system.
So we got House, Senate, and maybe even the presidency. You feel me? Like, put all those numbers together, that could equate to like 10 years, man. Plus, so I mean, we're like I just need people to like dial in, you know what I'm saying? And we gotta power these motherfuckers with votes, you know what I'm saying? Just this last time, if I can just say this last time, you know what I'm saying? Because
Let me ask you this.
yeah,
I don't know how to phrase this correctly, but those who maybe are not voting or voting as much or don't believe in the power of voting or not convinced, right?
yeah.
What do you think? I know you speak briefly about the number that's been played, but do you think there's something specific that's been attributed to these non-voters who don't believe, you know, systemically that their vote is not worth anything?
Say
You
it
know,
again.
do you think
reword it for me?
Sure. Do you think for those who don't vote,
Okay.
I think a majority of the time it's like, oh, my vote's not going to change much.
Right.
It's usually the argument, the main argument, right? Can we agree on that? Like my
Yes.
vote's not going to change much. What type of convincing do you think they would need to reverse that statement? You know, or why do you think that statement is even lingering in their mind? Do you think it has been something specific that happened? Let's say, for example,
It's just historically, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah, because I think I'll be an advocate of that opinion, right? I'm not against voting. You know what I'm saying? And you know me for a long time. I'm very like flip flop on the subject, but I'm more so pro voting than, oh, your vote doesn't count, right? But for me personally, I have settled with the fact that it's just too powerful to change. Like whatever they want to write on the wall will be written. And I may be wrong because
No,
in the other part of the argument could be like, well, let's say we don't vote and everybody get like a particular type of people get what they want, then it's really like tyranny, like it's all hell break loose. And we don't even know what that would look like, and that's true. And that's a thought. But then the other thought is like, bro, this is my opinion. That's why I'm asking, like, what else do you think? Because for me, I'm just like, bro, and it's people that may think the same thing. It's just like, it's so powerful. Like, if they want him to be in the fucking office, like, he'll be in office. He or she, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, here's what we know. Like,
In my opinion, I don't even know if that's true or not.
No. You spitting, you cooking. So here's what we do know is the fact that, like, democracy is not an easy thing, right? But for the people that want to maintain power for a very long time, they understand that obviously the demographic and the general makeup of America is rapidly changing, and systems are being put in place for this change of America. And what I'm talking about is the color of it itself. You know what I'm saying? So these people in power are like, okay, well, we need to put these things in place that could maintain our grip on power for X amount of years, 50 to 100 years, right?
Sure.
Now, they don't play the long game anywhere else, but domestically, they figured out a way, just under the fucking flawedness of law, to make these things happen. So that's why leaning people, when you ask some of these supporters of certain groups, they're like, hey, man, we wouldn't mind authoritarian government. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to go to the hood to get their votes. This is the hood. We fly over that bitch and go to the rich neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? There's no need. So my thing is like, if we want to fuck around and find out, fuck it. Let's fuck around and find out. Because I'm at the point like where I'm okay with it all burning down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just where I'm at. You know what I mean? So, and I don't know if everybody else is there, but I think everybody else that's not participating in the actual saving of democracy, you fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? That's the
facts.
fact of the matter.
That's why I mentioned that earlier, that thought, the other side of the thought, you know, like.
But you're not wrong though.
Like.
You're not wrong though. A lot of these things, being that both sides of the aisle practice are capitalists. You know, I've watched, you know, Chuck and Nancy Pelosi say that they're capitalists, so they're gonna move a certain way under the realm of capitalism. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I'm not. The thing about it is, when I'm going back to the general makeup and look of America, one of the stats that anybody can fact check me on right now is the fact that the children that are 18 years or under in this country are non-white. And that is terrifying. You know what I'm saying? For some, you know what I mean? Because that potential group can be more progressive. You know what I'm saying? That will want to change things, go against the status quo, and not fuck around. Like some of these kids, these younger generations, they're not afraid at whatsoever. You know, they're gonna be spinning the block politically. You feel me?
That what you said there, I have more faith in that than taking action now. Why? Is because I think, again, this is strictly my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a majority of like-minded individual, like these kids that are upbringing, that may have like similar values, or I'm not gonna say running, you know, but may not be susceptible to change once they've infiltrated the political system, once they got the seat. You know what I mean? Like I think 9 times out of 10, not 9 times out of 10, but I think what we often see, or what's often being depicted in these shows and movies, which we can only think to be true, is, you know, yes, you're going with good intentions until your intentions get swayed. You know what I mean? Where opposed to, like, I do believe that those people will be leaving office. You feel me? Like the staunch believers. And there'll be a mix of beliefs. Like I was talking about earlier, like I go back and forth, a mix of belief for the generation after us will be able to sway that belief to a more progressive ideology to help our nation grow into something better. You know what I'm saying? Now it's very hard for me to believe that people that are even, the easiest way I could put it is just older than us, generation before us. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just be
I
real.
do not believe in them at all.
Right.
And I don't.
They can't be trusted.
And so,
like anybody in the, I'm sorry for the interrupt, but like a lot of these people. I mean, obviously, politician is not the most trustworthy position on the planet Earth anyway. But some of these people that are in particular in power, that are even on the left, you know what I'm saying? They just simply cannot be trusted to act in anybody's favor.
Anybody's favorite. They're humans, and humans have self-interest.
Exactly, and you know, it's just about the grip on power and establishing this wealth. But and that's the thing, the progressive ideology, you know what I'm saying, is more prone to say, "Hey, fuck this," you know what I'm saying?
I agree, and
that's why when you think about the way the way, you know, they packed the Supreme Court, which is a lifetime position, an omnipotent position, if you ask me. This is why, like, we're gonna start seeing cases put forth for them that obviously gonna change the fucking landscape of America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Laws are being
and
written.
we just, you know, kids are being, female children are being born today with less rights than they had 50 years ago. So this is all, and that's why I feel like we either gonna like kind of, you know, punch back a little bit in some spectrums, you know, fucking fund our own politicians. We just got to we got to see the small W's.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? But you're right. A lot, being that we're having to go up against capitalists and people on the left and on the right, you know what I'm saying? That they just love the status quo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just want to see. But again, if I don't see it, hey, Hail Mary. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that too. Like, because all I know is this: as we wrap the show,
the foundation.
All I know
guys.
is
the foundation.
Black folks will have nothing to do with the fall of America. I'm getting deep, but we ain't in. Look, what's our percentage in any top Fortune 500 company in America? What's the percentage in the political spectrum? We ain't got nothing to do with this fall, bro. Like this is not on us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm bullshitting. Not bullshitting. Am I bullshitting? Nah, I'm not bullshitting.
Nah, definitely ain't us. I think we just want. I think we just. It's like the illusion that's been built forever, man. We just want better. You know.
What
like,
if Viserys say? What if Viserys say in
Viserys
House of Dragons? He said it's an illusion that we control the dragons. What?
it's an illusion we control politicians.
You
But
know what I'm
anyway, you know what I'm saying?
It's an illusion that we, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we were born in a realm where Thanos won. You know what I'm saying? We were born in a realm where the bad guys win. We just got to, you know, see how it
Yes.
plays out. But, guys, first of all, thank you, Dino, for coming on. This was our segment called We're Going to Be Demons Socially Perplexed, where we kind of get really deep in the conversation. We'll probably add others as the show continues throughout the year. Again, a giveaway going on right now to go see the Baby live in concert November 12th. Make sure to go to my website, thesampleroshow.com/giveaway. Make sure to like and follow Vibe Pod Media on YouTube, Facebook, all the shits. Make sure to follow the Sam Pluto Show on Instagram. I'm trying to get my Twitter popping. So again, go to the my Instagram.
Elon, what up?
You know what I'm saying? Go to my Instagram, go to my website, click the link in the bio, go to my website, enter the contest, complete the task for your chance to go see the Baby in the next couple of days, 10 days from now. So we got it on the screen right now. That shit look fire. Can't lie. Ticket giveaway. So
Yes, sir.
thank you guys so much, man. Dino, closing words, man. Give me the quote of the day. What's your quote of the day?
Sheesh, the quote of the day.
You know what I'm saying? What's the quote of the day?
Man, I think you said it, man. Forget everybody's opinion and get your bag.
Get your bag. Ain't nothing more important than the moolah.
Then the hallelujah.
That's my closing
hallelujah?
thoughts for the day. I said dragon. Garland, take us home.
Detroit albums.
Detroit.